Well, hello, beautiful people of YouTube. So I'm doing an update on the watch I reviewed. The Ticwatch E. Now, when I first reviewed it, keep in mind it was an accidental review. So now, what do I mean by accidental review? Sometimes I do what's called an accidental review. Specifically with this watch, the reason I did an accidental review is because I was trying to hold off reviewing it because I had just bought the watch and I wanted to use it for a few more days, that way to get a proper idea of how it works, right? Because the issue I had with it when I first got it is one of the main issues was that the battery life was really bad on it. It wasn't lasting me through the day. But I heard that you're supposed to charge it and discharge it about 3 times in a row, and then after that the battery should be working fine. And that's what I did. And the battery is actually working fine now. It lasts me through the day okay. So that's a big deal, right? Because if the watch doesn't last you through a day, it's pretty much garbage, right? Just sell it. Just sell it used, and then if you want to tell the person that it doesn't last you through the day, that's the moral thing to do. Or you don't tell them that it doesn't last a full day, and then they buy it used, and then they're just horrified afterwards. But that's karma you're gonna have to live with. So I didn't recommend that. But you know, that's an option. So what else can I say about this watch? As far as this is my first of all, this is my official review. It's like an update / official review. But I have to be honest. The accidental reviews are sort of like my thing. Now you're probably wondering, Tony, accidental reviews, it's such a goofy it doesn't work. You can't just do accidental reviews. But you're just looking at it the wrong way. You have to look at it the way I see it. When you log on to YouTube, basically everyone's doing reviews of products, right? But no one's really doing accidental reviews of products. And I figured this was a good way to corner that market. If I become known for doing a lot of accidental reviews, that's sort of more unique. So what's more important? To have something that's unique and truly yours, or just do what everyone else is doing, right? So the whole accidental review thing, I'm basically cornering the market on it. You know, you have MKBHD doing reviews. What do you think I'm gonna compete with MKBHD reviews? He's got $1 million cameras, and then, you know, he's got this whole thing going on. You know, like I can't do that whole thing that he's doing. You know what I mean? Like. So, if I market the whole accidental review genre, that's going to help me out a lot. But keep in mind, this is not an accidental review. The first time I reviewed this watch was an accidental review. This time it's a legitimate review / something else. Keep in mind, listen, I know we live an active lifestyle these days, and you want to get to the point, right? The thing is with these videos, especially the way they're edited, you know that Philip DeFranco dude? Yeah, it's that sort of lifestyle where like there's no breathing space and you want to get to the next point instantly. Now, what I try to do with my videos, again, is the complete opposite of that. So instead of getting right to the point, I will ramble on and test your patience and see how long you can possibly last before you stop watching. That's my whole vibe. So it's basically like, that's another market I'm trying to corner. The long, droning, taking 8 hours to get to the point market. Because no one else is doing that on YouTube. Everyone now is like, snap, 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 edit, edit. And I don't edit any of my videos. They're just a long drone. Because this is teaching you patience, first of all, and also it's just my style. I'm cornering that market. Okay, so why am I doing a full review now, not an accidental review? Because now I can give you my genuine opinion about this watch, the Ticwatch E. First of all, I kind of made fun of the watch a bit in the first review. I said it looks kind of like goofy and chunky and plasticky and toy looking. Don't take that as an offense. Listen, if you just bought this watch, I'm not laughing at the watch. Here's the thing. Does it look plasticky? Yes. Does it look kind of chunky? Yes. Does it look kind of toyish? Yes. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually, the one thing that's nice about the fact that it looks kind of plasticky and toyish is that you can kind of wear it with anything. That's the one real kicker about this watch. You can pretty much, and by the way, speaking of you can wear it with anything, stay tuned, believe me, this is where it's going to go down that route. But because think about it this way. If it was a really fancy, sophisticated looking watch, it's going to look really goofy if you wear it with something super casual, right? But here's the thing. It's kind of toyish looking, but it cleans up very well. This watch is sort of like a really dirty person, kind of like a scummy person. I don't mean that in a bad way. You're like a nice, scummy person. But you ever see somebody who's really sort of grungy and scummy, but then they clean up very well, and you see them dressed and like, wow, you're like, oh, wow, the expression, wow, you clean up very well. They look really. This is what this watch is like, because it looks kind of like whatever. But it cleans up very well, because as toyish looking as it is, if you actually dress a bit nicer and you put this on, it doesn't look bad. It actually goes okay with something nice. So you can wear it with something casual and something nice because it cleans up well. You show me another watch that cleans up well, and I'll buy it, and I'll do an accidental review on it. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so first positive point is it cleans up well. Second positive point, and this can't be stated enough. Yes, I know there's, some people might say, yeah, there's nicer smart watches out there and yada, yada, yada. But guess what? For comfort, I can't imagine a watch beating this. This thing is so light and so comfortable to wear that sometimes I forget I have a smartwatch on and I forget to use it, which pisses me off because I spent I spent a mid-range amount of money on this, and sometimes I forget that I have it and I don't even use it, which really pisses me off. So maybe a bit of extra weight would be good so I can notice it's actually on my wrist, because I forget about it and I'm like, why did I even buy a smartwatch? I'm not even using it. That's sort of a positive and a negative. Take that as you will. So another thing is, now it finally lasts me through the day. So that's good. So if you just bought this watch, feel good about it so far. I basically told you it's really comfortable. Or if you bought it. I mean, if you bought it, you really know it's comfortable. But if you're thinking of buying it, if you can get over like the fact that it looks kind of chunky and plasticky, remember, it cleans up well. What else can I say that's honest about the watch? Like a really honest review. I complained a lot in my accidental review of this watch for the fact that it doesn't have any physical buttons to control in-call volume. But this is not a fault of this watch. I think it's just a fault of the Android OS, the way it's set up. There's just no real quick access to volume when you're in-call. Even when you're doing something like listening to Spotify or a podcast, there's no one-click volume control. There's always at least a menu or two you have to click through before you get to volume controls. I whined about it for about 10 minutes in the accidental review. Sorry guys, but it's really, again, first world problems, but they got to fix that. They got to figure out a faster way to control volume on that, And I think that's about it. As far as the general, it's smooth. The interface is nice. It scrolls quickly. People like to do this kind of stuff where they scroll through the menu, so it shows people how quick it goes. It scrolls fast through the menus. It's not a big deal. That's, okay. So now to my second part of the review, because I feel like with a lot of these smartwatch reviews, this is another thing that I'm going to differentiate myself from most of the reviewers. I like to do accidental reviews and I want to corner that market. But another thing that I really want to do is when you buy a watch like this, right? Or let's say I'm reviewing it. So I'm putting on this watch. And I'm supposed to show you that this is a nice watch or whatever, right? Like, oh, look, I'm doing a review of the watch. Here's the watch. This is not enough. You got to step up your game. So what I decided to do to really sort of kick it up a notch. Now remember, I don't want to do this, but this is for you guys because you want to see this. At least I hope you want to see this. God, I hope you want to see it. So what I'm doing is I decided to do a smartwatch haul. Now keep in mind, I have no idea what on earth a haul is, but I keep seeing these really pretty girls doing hauls. So I decided to do a smartwatch haul. So this is the way it looks like, right? Like this. But what if you're wearing like something else? I own only one nice shirt, so if you want to see what it looks like with a nice shirt, I'm gonna do this for you. This is the only nice shirt I own, and I'm gonna put this on so we can see what it looks like with a nice shirt. By the way, I gotta wear this blue shirt in a video again because it's my only nice shirt. This blue shirt is literally the only thing I ever wear that I get compliments on. Anytime I wear anything else, people are like, Tony, you look like horse shit. But when I wear this, people are like, oh yeah, I would, I'd consider dating you, Tony. You're not a bad looking guy. But it's really the shirt, not me. So, okay, so this is what it looks like with a nice shirt on, So let's say you're like trying to ask out a girl. You're like sitting there, like you're just somewhere at a coffee shop, and you want to like sort of show off your watch, obviously. Because if she sees that you have a smartwatch on, at least she knows what she's dealing with, So you're like, you're just kind of sitting there minding your own business. Actually, you know what? Don't ask a girl out at a coffee shop. Because this day and age, that's basically considered assault or like a microaggression. Yeah, definitely don't ask a girl out at a coffee shop. Yeah, that's not safe. I mean, back in the day, it was expected that not only do you ask her out in a coffee shop, but you kind of just, you're pushy and then and then you just sort of threaten. Like if she doesn't say yes. No, that was way, way back in the day. It basically started off as like you enter the coffee shop, you threaten the woman, and then you take her, and then that wasn't acceptable. And then then the next stage was asking her out nicely. You ask her out, but you act like a guy. But then that's a little too pushy. So now I would suggest to play it safe. Don't even ask them out. Just sort of try to telepathically send them a message. And if they don't respond, just get out of there because you will be a threat. So, this is what it looks like with a nice shirt. Now, keep in mind, there's other options you can do with this. What if you wanted to, what if you didn't want to wear a nice shirt? That's the thing. Because sometimes you're not in the mood to wear a nice shirt. Sometimes you're in the mood to take it all off. And when I say to take it all off, obviously, I don't mean now because it's too early in the morning for that. But, okay. So let's say you don't want to wear, what if you want to wear like a casual hoodie? This is my favorite hoodie that I wear. Now, how would it go with a hoodie? Okay. So this is what it looks like with like a hoodie, with like a casual sort of hoodie. I still think it looks nice even with a hoodie. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. I mean, it doesn't look as nice as it did with that nice shirt. But the thing is, you have to keep in mind, this really does, like I said, it goes with anything. That's the biggest perk of this watch. It's not too fancy and sophisticated looking, so it really goes well casual, and it goes well like with a nice shirt on too. That's so now you're thinking, Tony, that's really not, it's not helping me out a lot, because what if, I don't know, what if it's winter? Well, I'll show you what it looks like with the winter coat. Keep in mind, I don't know if I recommend you going outside with this watch in the winter because I'm not really sure if the battery could handle it, but this is what it looks like with the winter coat. And I think it looks fine with this winter coat, you know what I mean? Like you can still sort of wear it. It's still fine. And okay, if you go out in the winter, I would suggest covering it up like this. And then so you're probably thinking, okay, Tony, I get it. You're doing a haul with the watch. What's the big deal? The big deal is that I'm trying to give you an impression of how this looks with different outfits. I could also sort of show you what it looks like with the hat to see if that works better. I think that really brings out the black OLED. You can tell it's the black OLED of the watch is really bringing out this black stripe in the hat. It really accents that. So that's my favorite feature so far. I don't know. I think it's a really. Is it the best smartwatch out there? Maybe. This is not how you put on a scarf. How do you put on a scarf? Do you just keep choking yourself with it? Okay. So, once again, look what this is doing. This is why I chose this. Because it's OLED. OLED always brings out the black in anything you wear. I should have worn a black coat. God. Next haul I do, I'll wear a black coat. See? It even brings out the black in the coffee. Like, look at... You can't see the coffee. See? Well, actually, no, it doesn't because it's brown. Damn it. God, the coffee's brown. Don't worry about it. So... Basically, I would say, obviously you have to try on some gloves with it. Okay, there you go. See that? Look at that. Look at that and look at that. Never mind the gray. This is not going to bring out the gray at all. But look at that, the OLED, and then the black, and then this. This is a Ticwatch E. It'll last you through a day. It's a fun watch that goes with casual, sporty. It also goes with a bit of dressy. You saw that blue shirt. What else can I say? I'm sorry, this is about as in-depth of a review as you can do for a smartwatch. I can't do more in-depth than this. Literally, there's nothing else I can do. Now you're probably thinking, what if it's really, really, really cold outside? God damn. Okay, well, I can put on these fluffy socks. Okay. 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 All right. All right. Okay, so now keep in mind, I don't know if these socks, I don't think it really matters at all. Like, I don't even see why it would make a difference, to tell you the truth. But they're soft, you know, I don't know. Does it really bring out anything in a watch? Honestly, I don't think the socks make any bigger of a difference, but whew, that's an in-depth review. Like, that's as much as I can do, guys. I really tried to sort of like really give you guys as much as I could, and that's basically it. My favorite feature of this watch by far is how it brings out this black stripe in my hat. And that's a Ticwatch E, guys. This was like the smartwatch haul. I don't know if this is going to be a thing I'm going to continue, but you know, A for effort, I think. So that's it, guys. The Ticwatch E. Remember, this was my official review, not my accidental review. So take it for what it's worth. I think it's a great watch for the price. And I'll leave it at that. You guys decide. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.